Hey, what's up you guys? I've updated my filming location and I think it looks way better, and Jake just got a new phone too. I think the camera quality also looks better, which is pretty exciting. 1 week update video on my wrist, my scaphoid breaks, and I have such exciting news. Wait for it. Are you looking at this? My wrists? They're out, they're out. I got to put my wedding ring back on. Isn't that cool? Oh my gosh, I haven't worn my wedding ring in like 3 months, literally 3 months. I haven't been able to get my arms wet in 3 months. It is so exciting. A little bit scary, a little bit vulnerable having my arms out of the casts, but feels incredible. I got to take a shower by myself. It has been 1 week since I saw the doctor. So this is a 1 week update on not having my casts on. Now, these are my removable casts. I was told to wear these, the left one, because that's the one I most recently got surgery on about 50% of the time when I'm sleeping. And if I'm doing, like, I wear both of my casts when I work out, and if I'm cooking, if I'm chopping things that are tougher, like sweet potato or whatever. And then my right cast, to only wear that as minimally as possible. Obviously still wear it to sleep, but it feels incredible. A little bit scary, but it's amazing. So I just wanted to give you an update on where I'm at and my mobility and everything. Like, it was amazing when I took my cast off and he was like, okay, you can start physio. So I start physio. My first appointment is in 4 days. So I was playing around with my mobility, and you know, a normal wrist can just bend. And when I took the cast off, I literally, like, no bending. I've really been working on it. It has been about 1 week to the day now, and I can bend a little bit. I think that's pretty good for 1 week. I know it looks pathetic, but pretty good. Now my left is not as good because it's been longer in the cast. And the left one, interestingly enough, because my thumb, like look how even how it's sitting right now, because my thumb was put in the cast and like this for so long, that's the part I actually have the most muscle or tendon pain with. I took it out. I literally could not, and even now, put it together with my hand. Like, this is no problem. But this, even look how it's scrunched. Like, I have to really force it together. Putting it in, I can now do, but it's pretty hard still. So I'm really working on, like, stretching it in all the places and putting it together. And then I'm working on my mobility, which, I mean, it seems so silly because you're just bending, but like, it's scary when you get the cast off and you're like, I haven't bent this thing in a million years, but now I'm bending it, and oh my gosh. I'll have my first physio appointment and I'll update you guys with how that's going. No strength training yet. My doctor said not to lift anything, you know, above 2 pounds. No strength, all mobility for now. I also have to show you my arms and the state of them. Number one, my muscles. My forearms used to have my like veins. My forearms, number one, were quite large. I was so jacked, but like quite large because of all the climbing I did, and my veins actually protruded. And now there's no veins, and I mean, it's so I'm excited to get my muscles back. Nervous for what that process is gonna look like and feel like, but gonna get back there, gonna get climbing again. Show you my skin, because the skin is not the best, not the worst. The scars themselves are actually kind of sensitive. They kind of hurt a little bit, which is weird. Not the bone or anything. It almost feels numb, but it also kind of hurts. And then other places that hurt, like my skin is so sensitive. All the calluses, it's all just whittled away. So like in between here, I'll be washing my hair and I can feel each hair go through and almost like slice. It just doesn't feel fantastic, that like baby fine skin. And now my hair, let me show you. I'm obviously a little bit hairy, and it's like weird hair. It goes all the way up. Could you see how dark that is? It goes all the way up. I literally cannot turn my wrist still, but it goes all the way up to my thumbs. Now, look, I'm not here trying to be like, I normally don't have hair. I'm not oh my gosh, I don't have any hair at all. But I'm not a very hairy person. Like, I'm half Asian, and so I really didn't have a lot of arm hair to begin with. I haven't shaved, haven't done anything. My cast went up to, it was really big. I'd say it went up to about here. So you can kind of see there's some hair growth here. That's more my normal hair. Like, obviously I have arm hair, I'm not saying that, but I do obviously have some hair. But to contrast that with where you could see the cast was tight and rubbing and stimulating the hair follicles here, night and day. It is thick, it is black, it is not my normal hair, and I don't really know what to do. I said I was gonna give it like a week because I've been told it might fall out. I've heard some different information. Don't shave it, shave it. So I'm gonna give it like a week and then I'll shave it off. And that way I can also show all my friends my new growth. I think it's pretty funny. And plus, you know, it's winter here in Canada. Give me a little extra warmth. Yeah, the hair is pretty interesting, pretty funny. I was expecting it. The secretary of my family doctor, she had broken her hand or wrist at some point, and she was the one that told me that when she took off the cast, there was like thick, dark black hair, which I wasn't originally expecting. And she was the one that told me not to shave it off. Apparently her doctor told her that it'll just fall off. So I don't know. I then did some research, and apparently this is very normal. It happens to most people that will break something and be casted. It's even happened to this 4-year-old little girl, broke her leg and then took the cast off, and there was thick, dark black hair on a little 4-year-old girl's leg. So she's like, oh my gosh, this is my hairy leg. And I just think it's so funny that can, I don't know, the human body is just amazing. It's ridiculous. Pain level, not very painful, but because I am really trying to get more mobile, things can, you know, it's not a bone pain, but it's definitely like a stretching pain. And especially my thumb, man. My thumb is like so stiff and I really want it to get better, but it's just funny. And it's weird, the habits that I've picked up from having the breaks and being in the cast that now I'm trying to change. Like when I text, I haven't been texting with my thumbs for 3 months because I haven't been able to use my thumbs. So I've been, you know, like a grandpa and holding my phone and do. And I realized, oh, I don't need to do that anymore. I can use my thumbs. But this thumb is so stiff that it's harder for me to do that now. So I'm doing it because I want to get the dexterity back, but it's just weird. It's hard. Even things like using the bathroom by myself and washing my hands. Now, I washed my hands throughout this process, obviously. However, when I washed my hands, I obviously couldn't wash my whole hands. I was washing my fingertips if I had, you know, a little bit of like thumb action, but of course you're not going to be as sanitary as I wish I could have been. And so I would use the bathroom and I'd come out and I started doing my usual like boop, 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 wash my little fingies. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I can wash my hands. That is so exciting. So yeah, I washed my whole hands, getting back into that habit, okay? Super cool. It feels really good. When I can finally sleep without these things, it'll be really good. I'm really excited for my physio appointment so that I can begin that process. And I'm really hoping in about 1 month's time, I can start fingerboarding, and maybe in like a month and a half, 2 months, maybe even sooner than that, I can get back on the wall and start building up my strength. I'm really nervous for it, you guys. I know I'm going to get there. Like I was climbing outdoors, I was climbing outdoor V9s and I was hoping to get to V10s this previous season and maybe the next. That's always been a goal of mine, and this is definitely a setback, but I am really determined to still be able to do that. So I know I'm gonna be starting, you know, day 1 V1 kind of a thing, but follow me on my journey and hopefully I'll come out of this stronger. Week 1, once again, it's just my fingers moving. I literally can't move the wrist too much like that, but we're gonna do this together. If you like this video or want to follow along, please like and subscribe. I feel so grateful for the people that have subscribed to my channel. I know I'm still tiny in the grand scheme of things, but to see myself having over 1,000 subscribers is honestly, it's mind-blowing. I can't believe in the overwhelming love and support that I've gotten from you guys for the video about my story with my dad and going through all of that and then breaking my wrist, like I don't know, there are no words. It was an awful experience. It still is an awful experience, but to be able to communicate that and then have you guys communicate with me your stories, something you don't want to hear, but also when you go through that and just hearing other people go through it is really beautiful. Yeah, anyways, I love you guys so much. Like and subscribe if you can, and I'll see you in the next one. We're hopefully better than this. Bye guys.